because medicine, I like it, and I felt very helpful, to help people and to cure them. I mean, the dermatological diseases and everything. Um, but singing is another thing. It's more inside the soul.
Maria, it's so lovely to meet you here on Zoom.
The same, the same. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for the invitation.
It's a great pleasure. And where are you based at the moment?
In Barcelona, at home.
You're at home. Okay. So were you born there?
Yes, I was born in Barcelona.
Okay. So, I mean, is it for you now, your base, you travel from there?
I traveled from here. Yes, it's my base. Yes.
Okay. But Maria, it's so interesting your career. I would so love to hear, how did you get inspired to start singing?
Uh-huh. Okay, so in my family, there was no musician,
Really?
musicians at all. No.
Mm.
So the thing was that when I was 5 years old, the music teacher saw that I had a beautiful voice at the preschool, at preschool with 5 years old. And so she told my parents that I had a beautiful voice and some talent for music. And she suggested that they should put me in the choir, that in my school there was like a music section, a music school inside the school. And there was a choir that was starting. So she suggested that, and my parents thought, okay, yes, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So, and the music director of this school, Oscar Boada, saw that I had talent, and so, well, he gave me a lot of solos in the choir.
Oh, okay. At
My
such a young
solo,
age.
yes, when I was 7, I
Yeah.
did my first solo. It was Die Forelle by Schubert in German.
Wow. But
Yes.
how was the language? Well, how was the language for you? Because I mean, you spoke Spanish.
Well, the thing is that he gave me the phonetics. I mean, not the phonetics,
yeah.
but how I should say it in Spanish.
Amazing. 7 years old.
7 years old, yes. And then he also suggested my parents that I should learn an instrument because he thought it was a good idea. And I started to play the flute, transversal flute. And then he thought a year after, okay, you need also to play piano, to learn piano. So I also started to learn piano. It was easy for me, and how I started, this was because of this music teacher when I was 5 at the school.
Yeah, but that's incredible. But also, what's interesting that you did all these things that were when you had to start playing the flute. Was it something you enjoyed, and the piano as well?
Yes, enjoyed it very well, very much. Yes.
But yeah, that's and it shows you from this young age you had this ability. They had this talent, but you also had the ability to do that. That you had the opportunities to do that.
Yes, I was. Well, I mean, my parents, of course, supported me, and they thought, I mean, music for children is a very good thing, for the brain. You learn a lot.
Exactly.
It's very good. So, and they saw also that I enjoyed it, and I wanted to continue with it. So, yeah, and they could afford that also, to do these lessons and all these activities. So, and I was good at school. I mean, it was not that I was not, I could do everything well and with good marks and everything. So I kept doing that.
Yeah, but now I just yesterday I posted a video, an interview that I did with a boy that was 14 years old, and he was saying that when he was 6, he saw a keyboard in a toy shop, and he asked his parents to buy it for him, and they didn't. I mean, they bought it, but they didn't think anything of it. They didn't think that he would love to be a pianist, but he's now in a music school studying piano. So at this young age, it's so amazing when you get somebody to respond to your talent, or to respond to what you wanted to, or what you are able to do. So this music teacher that you had, you would say that this was because of him that everything developed.
Well, yes, I think this music teacher, when I was 5, you know that it's a musician. I mean, a teacher in the school with
Yeah.
5-year-old students, and she's able to recognize that someone has,
Yeah.
no, a small talent or something different, or I don't know, that could develop. It's
Yeah.
very good. All these teachers who can see that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then, no, at the beginning, for example, when I started to learn the piano, I didn't have a piano. I mean, I had
Really?
just a paper with the notes, you know.
Yeah.
So I started playing just on top of a paper, and then I liked it.
Really?
And then my parents thought, okay, after a year, or maybe, I don't know, I don't remember. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
after some time, they then bought the piano, you know, because they saw that I was interested in it, and I wanted to continue. But at the beginning, it was just like a paper, you know, with the
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So, and then you continued singing in the choir as well?
Yes. I continued singing in the choir since I was, I mean, from 6 years old to 18, because it was a children's choir, and
Yeah.
we did a lot of things because this was a very good choir, Cor Vivaldi, and I mean, we did recitals, we did operas for children also. We did some competitions, and it won some competitions as well. And this choir has been singing as well at the Liceu, at the Barcelona Opera House, in
Okay.
some operas also. I mean, it's a good choir. So I was lucky to be in that school, with that music school inside, and with this teacher, Oscar Wada, who also saw that I was that it was worth for me to learn music.
But now, at what age did you decide that this was something that you would love to do professionally?
Well, when okay, because my parents are doctors, both.
Okay.
So I always I always have been listening about, you know, hearing about medicine
Yeah.
at home, and I liked it a lot also. So I decided to start medicine, to study medicine, and as well I started to study singing in the conservatoire. So I did both at the
Really?
same time.
At the same time, how did you manage that?
Well, I studied and studied and studied, and yes.
Amazing. Amazing.
Because I like both. So,
Oh, I see. Okay.
you know, I like both. And so I did both. When I finished medicine, with only the career, it's very difficult then later to work as a doctor. So I needed to do the specialty, you know, a specialization. And I didn't know, I was not sure, because I liked also a lot singing, but it's true that singing, the career of singing, it's a very difficult career, you know, very unstable, everything. So, okay, I decided, yes, I will do a specialty, and then afterwards, let's see. So this is why I did dermatology, because I liked it a lot for years. And then when I finished, I had the specialty, and I thought, okay, now I need to try if I am able to have a career as a professional singer. So I needed to give it a try, you know.
Yeah.
And
but all these years of studying, and then you still decided, no, but I would rather be a singer.
because I never stopped singing.
Really?
Because
Okay.
I was always also in the conservatoire, studying singing and doing opera scenes, and I did also an opera, Dido and Aeneas by Purcell, when I was studying medicine, doing the specialization. I also did this opera. I don't know how I managed, but I could do work and then rehearse and everything. So I never stopped,
Incredible.
and it's really a passion. I mean, singing for me, it's
Yeah.
passion. I needed to try that. Yes.
Mhm.
Because medicine, I like it, and I felt very helpful, to help people and to cure them. I mean, the dermatological diseases and everything. But singing is another thing. It's more inside the soul, So,
And so when you made this choice, was it for your or your parents? Was it also did they question you that why do you want to step out of a secure career into a not so secure career?
well, the thing is that, I mean, they were happy that I had a specialization,
Yeah.
a specialty. So I mean, I will always be a dermatologist. It's, I mean, if I would like to work as a dermatologist now, I should do some updates and study and all the
Yeah.
new things, new treatments and everything. But I don't lose that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
something
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it's something real that I have, and I could work as a dermatologist when I want.
Yeah.
So it's something like secure, safe that you have. So this is good. So now, if you want to try and go for it, go for it. And they were very supportive always. I mean, I have been. I am very lucky to have them, because they are the main fans of me. They go to
Yeah.
everything I do, every opera,
Really
everything. They are always there supporting me. So they are.
amazing. Yeah.
I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Maria, these are two complete in our eyes. It's complete different. Um, how can you say so? It's from science to art.
Mhm.
Can you see? Can you see that there's something of both that overlap in a sense? Is there something that you can see that one is needed for the other?
Well, there are a lot of doctors who love opera, who love music. I mean, it's something, I don't know. Medicine, it's about the humanity, and to help people. And, and normally, doctors are very sensitive, or they should be very sensitive and have empathy, and and I think this is, I mean, when you are a musician, you also need all this sensitivity, empathy,
Yeah.
and, well, I don't know, but it's true that
I understand what you I understand what you mean, because I also spoke to a conductor who in his final exam, a medical exam, he decided no, he wants to be a conductor. He doesn't want to be a doctor. And I find this fascinating, that the sciences that there's this the personalities, it's almost that there can be that switch, that can be that switch from medical to, say, music. So there must be something there in the brain that that makes it possible to be interested in both.
I know a lot of doctors who love art, all kinds of arts, music,
Yeah.
painting, everything. So it must be.
There
Yeah.
must be
So
something.
for me, I mean, being studying medicine and being a doctor, it was very rational,
Yeah.
So for me, studying singing, it opened me a lot. I mean,
okay.
you know, you use another, the more analytic thing. It's like the left brain, you know.
Yeah.
And for music, you use also the right brain, but also the whole thing. But it's more about emotions, to open yourself. I was more introverted when I was younger, and when I started to sing and starting singing and going outside and meeting lots of people, I went to Manchester to study singing there, a master's of singing there, and I don't know, all this. For me, singing means to feel more emotions, you know, to open myself more. So for me, it was very good. I feel myself when I am on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My inner self. Yeah.
Because I've been really wondering about this idea of in schools that more and more music is taken out of the syllabus, and art is taken out of the syllabus, and more focus on sciences and maths. And this is why I was so also interested in talking to you about this, because I find this really interesting, that the fact that you can study medicine and you obviously have a love also for that, for the sciences, but you also have a love for the art. And I was all the whole time thinking that maybe it could be a subject or an idea that we say, okay, so for children, it's also important to have art in school. It's as important to have sciences and maths, but it's just as important to have art and music in schools, and that these subjects should all be equally spread out into the syllabus.
I think so. I think it should be compulsory always, and
Yeah.
because it activates different parts of the brain of a child, you know, and it improves creativity, it improves all these emotions, you know, and to appreciate art, the beauty, the something which is ugly. I mean, and you think what moves you also, and I think there are a lot of I mean, in the brain is very good for the child, because it's what I told you before. I mean, you use different parts of the brain with music. I mean, I think it's necessary for children.
And like you say, it opens you up, and you need that also as a doctor. You also need that opening up. You also need that emotional experience to be able to have the empathy, or to be able to have this more open mind to understand, because we are all different, you know, human beings. And in the medical profession, it should also be important. I'm just thinking medical profession, but I'm also thinking scientists who do research. You know, it's also a creative. There's also these creative ideas that they have to be able to solve the problem or to get to the solution of something.
Yes, I think it's very important for sure. For doctors, they need to be. I mean, they are normally doctors. It's also a passion, a devotion, and they need to feel empathy with the patients. You know, if you want to be a doctor, you need to be able to want to help people, no, and understand people when they tell you the problems or what they feel. No, you need to have that. Not all the doctors have it, but most of them have them. Have it. And also to investigate, you need to also to create, and it's.
But now, Maria, so you said then you went to study in Britain, and you when did you finish there your studies?
Yes, after dermatology, after the specialization, I went to Manchester to do MS, 2 years of master's degree there in singing. And then I did some operas there as a main role in 2 operas. And then I came back to Spain when I finished. It was like, oh my God, now what do I do?
Really?
Well, but you never finish studying. It's always studying and improving, and you need to be always preparing things with vocal coaches, language coaches, interpretation coaches. It's always, you never stop learning.
Yeah.
But well, yes, I finished this master's, which was like something, a degree, and then I came back to Spain, and okay, let's see what should I do now, to start singing professionally. Well, I did some things in there, in Ireland and in Britain. I sang at Wexford in Ireland.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a festival, and then also a Dorset festival in the UK. I started, I did Fiordiligi in Weimar, in the opera studio in Weimar also. So I tried to move and to start professionally. I started there in the UK, and then I came back. And then I started with an agent. Spain, yes. It's like, okay, you need an agent to start working, because if you don't have an agent, it's very difficult to sing in big theaters,
Okay.
You need to have an agent. So I had one. She believed in me, and we started working, doing auditions. You need to sing for theater. So if they like you, they offer you a role. I also did some competitions. I won 2 competitions here in Spain. And you need to sing, and the people hear you, and then they offer you work, and you start working, and then they see how you work. If you do it well, then they will offer you another role, and it's starting in this difficult, unstable career.
It's all these things, and is it difficult also to get an agent, because it, like you say, it has to be somebody that believes in you as well.
It's not easy. This world of the agencies, it's complicated. Yeah, but well, I was lucky because she really liked me. I sent her some audios and videos, and she said, okay, let's start. So you need to start doing auditions and see if you work. Then she's more interested in, well, it's a cooperation. You need to cooperate very well with the agency you are, and be in the same direction, and it's not easy, but you need someone who really believes in you and gives you work and has contacts also. It's very important.
Oh, yeah.
Because you need,
Yeah. And so you need to also go all over the world then to be able to get all these experiences and get noticed by people. Did you find that difficult?
Well, yes, our work really, it's very lonely, You need to travel on your own, maybe to go, I don't know, to Paris to an audition. You go the day before. You need to spend a lot of money, invest a lot of money, because for auditions, you pay yourself everything. You sing for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe. They say, thank you. You come back home. And all these, the travel, the where you stay, everything you need to pay yourself. It's an investment. So if they take you, good, you will have a contract. If not, you have lost of all this money. But well, but an experience, you learn about it, why they didn't take you, what happened, something you can improve, you can change or not, but it's difficult.
Do they give feedback when you don't when you do an audition?
Not always.
Oh, okay.
Not always. This is very frustrating for us when they don't give you feedback. But normally, yes, if you ask, they can give you some feedback, an email, maybe, or yeah. But not always. And it's frustrating when you do all of this effort,
Yeah.
to go.
So
And
how?
you need to be very strong. Because you can have a lot of no's, but also you will have a lot of yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
But this is what I wanted to ask you now is it must be also something you have to be very self-motivated to keep on going and to, that it's difficult and like you say, you get no's, but what is it that makes you so motivated?
I don't know. I think it's a passion.
Really?
We need this feeling that you need to do it. It's like a necessity that you need to do this, and that you are a singer or a musician, and you believe you can do it. You can be better. It's a necessity, I think, because it's very difficult if you really don't have this passion. It's difficult to keep with this career. Yeah, because it would be much easier to be working as a doctor.
Yeah,
It's
I can
difficult to
imagine.
study all the career and everything because you need a lot of hours studying and everything. It's not easy, but I think that the path is much easier than being an artist, because I could be working, with a stability,
Yeah.
and this, no, you work 2 months in a theater, a contract of 2 months, and then maybe you have two months without work, but you need to prepare things, invest in preparing these roles, this new repertoire, and then have work for 2 months more and everything. And you need always to be updating and working for the agenda, to fill the agenda, So I now have some work for 2025. It's 2 years later, and other singers have more years in advance, But everything works with long time,
Yeah, and you have to rehearse, and you have to, like you say, you have to get the pianist to pay a pianist when you do your rehearsals, and you have to have a vocal coach, and all these are expenses that you have to carry.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to invest a lot of money. I'm always I like to be better, and for me, if I want, I have to go to. I worked with a vocal coach, with a singer in Rome for a couple of months, and then I have been also traveling to Berlin to work with another soprano. And I go sometimes to London. I also work with some singers, with vocal coaches here in Barcelona or in Madrid. You need to go. It's difficult to find the right vocal coach, the right professor for you. It's very personal,
Yeah.
But you always need to keep working on your technique, and also preparing repertoire with a pianist, with the style, also the language. If you sing in German, you need to have a German coach, because you need to be perfect in everything. And all these big theaters, top theaters, you need to be really well prepared when you go to start rehearsals. And all of this, you paid for it.
But now in Spain, what is the how is the classical music scene there? How is the opera scene in Spain?
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, 2020 was not, everywhere was.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah.
Was disaster. Everything was. But here in Spain, it was the only place in the world where some theaters were opened and they did opera.
Really?
Yes. So we were lucky that here it was, some theaters were open. Yeah. And well, it's good. We have I mean, it's not like Germany, you know, in Germany or in Austria, there are more theaters than in Spain. But it's okay here. Yeah.
Do you also teach?
I have done like a couple of teachings with 2 students, but it's not what I want to focus.
Okay.
I mean, I want to keep developing my career and open new doors also outside Spain. So I'm focusing on my career as a performer more than, but it's something that I like. Yeah, if another singer asks me something, I am happy to help if I can.
Oh, really?
And give advices. Yeah, but it's not something that I have like everyday students. No,
not
yet, at least not yet.
Okay. But do you sing? Do you prefer singing classical, or do you also sing other genres?
No, I only sing classical.
Oh, okay. Well, Maria, it's so lovely to talk to you. But I want to know now, what are the wishes for you for the future? What's the dream?
My dream. Well, keep singing.
Yeah.
Keep singing in theaters, making my debut of new roles, open new doors, you know, new theaters. Sing more outside Spain, also in Spain, of course. I love singing in my country, and I'm very happy. But I want to keep singing, keep developing as an artist, and live from what I love.
You obviously have the passion. I mean, to be able to set this career, medical career aside for your singing, you must really have the passion for it.
Yes.
To sing. But by the way, what do you do after a performance? Do you have a specific ritual? Do you drink wine or go out for a meal? What do you do normally after a performance?
Well, it depends, because normally after a performance, you normally have 1 day of rest, and then you have another performance and 1 day of rest. But normally I don't want to, I mean, to go out long, because I prefer to rest.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and be good for the next performance. You know, maybe the last performance of a production, then I can go with the colleagues for dinner or something. Yes, but normally it's at the end of the run of shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not after the premiere, a little bit, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
But short, because you need to keep singing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. But it's so lovely to talk to you, Maria. And I hope to see you one day in Vienna.
I would love to.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know when you come.
Of course, I will. I will. Thank you very much for inviting me to do this interview with you.
It's so interesting. I'm so fascinated by everything you've done, and your 2 careers, and your insight also into singing and your medical profession. It's wonderful that you shared that with me.
Thank you to you, and thank you for doing these interviews to all different type of artists. It's very.
I really appreciate that you can notice that. Yes. Okay, Maria, have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
Thank
I hope to see you soon.
Yes, see you in Vienna.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.